Hello and welcome to our inaugural episode of Navigating Cancer. I'm Dr. Joey Bennett and I'm a radiation oncologist at the Robert Boisseneau Oncology Institute, and I'm joined today by a face that I think many of you will recognize after being on this channel for 6 years. Wendy Hall is our licensed clinical social worker, and we were fortunate enough to hire her away from her previous job, and she's now working with us at RBOI to help take care of patients and everything. So thank you for being with me today. She's going to be our co-host the entire time, so it's good to be here with you.
We're going to have some fun, and it's going to be very educational, and navigating cancer is such an important topic, and I've seen it, by being in your office. It's been just startling how many people are affected by cancer, patients and their families.
Right. I mean, cancer is one of these things that affects not only the patient, but it affects the entire family. And the reason that we have decided to do this show is that it is very difficult sometimes to understand what cancer is. Very often physicians will speak in medical terms and not bring it down to a level that everyone can understand. And what we want to accomplish here is to enlighten the community about cancer, teach you about cancer, but we also want to provide a resource to the community to help them get the test and the doctors they need, because Wendy and I have seen on multiple occasions, sometimes people have a very hard time getting in to see a doctor, getting to a hospital, getting an x-ray done, getting insurance, and that's where you've helped us a lot.
Well,
too.
they do, because, first of all, it's very shocking to get the diagnosis and you're not really at your best. It's very confusing, all the information, and so many different doctors, so many different options. So hopefully we're going to be able to bring all that information to our great residents in Citrus County and kind of help clarify a lot of information.
Good. The reason that we've named our program Navigating Cancer is because there is now a basic subspecialty of cancer navigation. It is not an easy thing to walk through the maze of tests and doctors and treatments and everything of that nature. And back in the 1970s, there was a program started in Harlem by Dr. Harold Freeman. And what he did was he tried to set up a situation to where people who felt that they had something abnormal could get help from physicians. They could get screening tests and get them into the medical system to make sure that they were getting proper medical care. With that program, funded by the American Cancer Society, he was able to bring the survival in Harlem from cancer from 39% in 1986 all the way up to 70% in the year 2000. And because of those results, what we have seen now is that this program has expanded all around the country. The American Cancer Society now funds over 150 patient navigator situations, and we're in the process of getting one started up right here in Citrus County as well.
Right, and we are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I think the basis of this whole program is education, and that's what we're going to be doing, week after week.
Right. So we're going to change the subject every single week. We're going to try to cover a lot of different topics. First of all, we want you to know who we are. We are the Robert Boisseneau Oncology Institute. We're located in Lecanto and in Inverness, and in the future we'll have an office in Sugar Mill Woods. And we're very proud to say that we are a comprehensive radiation oncology facility. We have a lot of people that ask us all the time, who is Rusty or Robert Boisseneau? And they always ask me, is he a famous scientist? Is he some sort of a scientist or doctor or something of that nature? And he's not. As a matter of fact, as you can see on the screen, this is Rusty Boisseneau. Rusty was a childhood friend. He was a childhood friend of Dr. Norman Anderson, who is the one who started our practice. In April the 30th of 1990, the Robert Boisseneau Oncology Institute opened its first door to patients in Citrus and Marion counties. And we named it after Rusty because he died of Hodgkin's disease, which is a lymphatic cancer, at the very young age of 21. He and Dr. Anderson, who is one of my partners, were high school friends, spent so much time together growing up, and when Rusty died from this disease, Dr. Anderson felt that it was appropriate to name the practice after him. His mother and father have been at every grand opening of a practice that we've ever had, and they still live in the Florida area. So that's where the name Robert Boisseneau came from. It's named after a childhood friend who died of a cancer that in this day and age, the cure rate exceeds 90%. And unfortunately, at that time, we didn't have the resources, we didn't have the knowledge that we do now that would have helped Rusty still be with us.
Yeah, and I'm glad you shared that story because I've had people that ask me, where Dr. Boysenalt was, and or they saw Dr. Boysenalt, and I think they might have met Dr. Brandt, years ago or something.
Right. Again, talking about our locations, we're on Highland Boulevard in Inverness. We're in the Allen Ridge Medical Mall at Lecanto, and we are soon to be building right outside of Sugar Mill Woods next to the Citrus Memorial Hospital location down in Sugar Mill Woods. And our goal is to provide our community with complete comprehensive radiation therapy. There is nothing from a radiation therapy standpoint that you cannot receive at RBOI that is offered anywhere else. And it's something that we've always been very, very proud of.
And I know that in the future you're going to have specific programs that are going to talk about the prostate and skin and all the different things because a lot of people are just astounded at the information that's that we're able to convey to them about the different things that we have right here.
Right. I mean, we've always been very proud to have a good, talented crew. Everybody on our staff is board certified, they're licensed. It's something that we've always strived for. We are the only facility in Citrus, Marion, Lake, and Sumter counties to receive accreditation from the American College of Radiology. It's the highest honor that you can receive. Roughly 10% of all radiation oncology practices in the United States have that, and in order to have it, you have to have good equipment, good techniques, good outcomes, and board-certified, licensed, certified members of the staff. And that goes from the front of the building to the back of the building, no matter who we're talking about, and the front staff and everything. We try to create an environment that is warm. We try to have the fireplace type that you see here to make you feel like you're at home because it's a tough journey, and the more comfortable you are, the better you're going to feel as you go through that journey.
That's true, and it's just very restful. And since I've been with the organization for the last 4 months, just over and over and over, the patients talk about how much at peace they feel when they're there and how the staff really go above and beyond. And most of the staff have been there for years and years and years.
I've been here for 18 years now, and I think we've got about 10 employees in our office that were here before I got here. So we don't have a lot of turnover, and we insist that everybody treat every patient who comes through that door as a family member. Mm-hmm. The goal of this show is that we want to educate you, we want to empower you to help you participate in the decisions about your cancer diagnosis. We want to teach you what cancer is, and cancer is not one single thing. There are over 200 different types of cancers, but we're going to cover most of those as we go through different programs. But in the meantime, it's really to help you understand cancer, and we want to help you be able to gain access to that cancer care as well, the tests and the physician's appointments. So when we come back after these messages, what we're going to do is kind of give you a better idea of what cancer is and show you what a day is like at RBOI.